Welcome, everybody. This is Engaging in the Basics of Living from Heaven to Earth. We have been engaging into intimacy, and we have been especially engaging with Jesus into the four, I would say, realms of intimacy of the heart. So we did engage in the garden of our heart. We have also engaged in the dance floor. In the beginning, we said, you can go anywhere you'd like. And so the other two realms of intimacy are the soaking room and the bridal or marriage chamber, or the marriage realm. The realm, I like to call it realm rather than chamber. It just makes more, it just opens it up more for me. So today I want to just share a little bit about the soaking realm. And I think some of us really identify with that. We've had many engagements where we found ourselves, no one wants to move or go anywhere or say anything, and because we've actually accessed a realm of soaking. So, just to recap slightly, in the garden, there's the presence and there's the flow of communication, communion. And going into and I'm just doing this briefly. So going into the next one is the dance floor, which is the flow of engaging into the following and flowing together to create out of the realms of intimacy. This one, which is called the realm of soaking, is a place where we're not thinking about somebody else. We're not thinking about governing or releasing what we're experiencing to someone else. We're not thinking about a circumstance. We're not thinking about an area of trauma in our lives, anything like that. We are simply coming to a place of rest, and we're opening up that realm within our heart of intimacy to absorb the atmospheres of heaven, to absorb the nature of heaven. So we're in a place where we're just allowing the frequencies, the colors. We're not even trying to evaluate them. We're just soaking. It's kind of like if you think about Esther, she went through that 6-month period of time, and she was just allowing her whole presence to be ministered to, right? And so we are allowing ourselves to be ministered to by receiving. It's really a place of simply receiving, not even a place of responding, but a place of receiving. And so it's a wonderful place to go, because this actually, it takes us out of the realms of trying to figure things out in our own mind. It infuses within us heaven's perspectives on things and lifts us up into the levels of frequency of heaven, which we want to actually live in from now onwards. We want to be a part of it. We don't want anything to take us out of those levels of frequency into a lower frequency, right? So this is why we engage in this way. So let us do this together. Well, this time we'll just do it together. And I'm going to just facilitate slightly. And I would just like us to take a little time to engage quietly. And then I'm going to ask any to share that they would like to share. And we might even extend that to where we would go someplace together on it. But I would say, let us start in this place of, we're opening up. Right now, we're just going to open up. I'm just going to put my video off. We're opening up into the realm within our own heart that is called the soaking realm. And we're opening up and we're embracing the soaking realm into our heart. It can come from the innermost part of us. It can come from the innermost part of God into us. At least what's happening is it's coming in to the heart. And out of our heart, we're saying, yes, I open up to the soaking realm to come and experience receiving. I let go of any thoughts that want to get me distracted. I let go of any thoughts that want to take me to others or that want to take me to a place of giving out to others or a place of going into a circumstance with others. I'm just coming to receive. So it's kind of like going into a spa, actually. When you go to a spa, you just lay down and you just receive the frequency of what's being given to you. And so we're receiving the frequencies of heaven. We don't try to analyze them. We're allowing them to infuse within us. So as we open up, let's open up and just receive the love, the realm of love. And just let's start in this place of the realm of the unconditional love. Just bathe in it. Open up your heart to it. Open up to see it, experience it, feel it. Just give you a minute to absorb and embrace the love, the unconditional love realm. Just let the love infuse your being. The colors, fragrance, the nature, the atmospheres. Just realize that the love is infusing into your body as well, the cells of your body. You may be aware of yourself breathing in that love. If anything comes to your mind to distract you away, just say not now and come right back. We're in a receiving place here. And just agree that you open up even more to receiving. You may feel the love just nourishing you, just nourishing your soul like waves, wind. Lifting you up. Raising you up, honoring you. Just feel your worth. Treasured. You may see the colors of love. You may want to move into the celebration of love, into the joy, atmosphere of celebration. You're celebrated. 100% celebrated. Unconditionally celebrated. You may hear the sounds of love, the sounds of joy. You may move into the atmosphere of peace. Let it invade every part of your soul and body. Just feel the harmony, no discord. The nourishing flow that peace brings. to your body and soul. You may experience the harmony and also the melody and harmony. You may feel the atmosphere of well-being. All is well. All shall be well. Father always works everything together for good. All is well. All shall be well. You may feel the oils of healing. The oils of consecration. Oils of joy and union. Fresh oil. Rejuvenating oil. You may soak in the atmosphere of everlasting life. You may go into one of the fruits of the spirit that we haven't even sort of engaged on right now, and just embrace it, the frequency of it. It could be humility, goodness, patience, faithfulness. Just embrace the atmosphere. May also experience other atmospheres, the thunders, the lightnings, the angels. Those are also atmospheres to experience, just to soak it in, soak in the frequencies. And as we realize that we are the house of the presence of Yahweh, then we are just soaking that in. Just rest in the eternity of the reality of your being in eternity. You're not temporal. You're eternal. Maybe you'd like to come to a place to share. Let's come out of that realm right now and share anything that you feel you'd like to share.
Michelle, I just had a lot of different images, things that he was showing me, but he just kept saying my love is true and sincere, because so often I feel like some people aren't being very sincere with me or true, but he was emphasizing that I am true and sincere, honest. Those are things that meant something personally to me.
Thanks, Michelle. Anyone else like to share how you entered into that spa, the realm of receiving? I know we could just stay in this place. And yes, we are to come into that reality of staying in that place, staying in this place, because it's in these realms where we are nailed into the expressions of that, and increasingly that we view things from completely different perspectives in the natural. So Addie says, it's like I have another fabulous luncheon with Jesus, getting filled up, just enjoying his presence. No fuss, no complications. Good, awesome. Yeah. Did any of you feel like you were tracking with me on the suggestions that I was bringing? Or were you going somewhere else?
I was tracking. It was opening me up to different things. I did jump on late and was a little distracted at first, but when you were talking about the fruit, also engaging the fruit, it took me back to an encounter I had a few days ago. But it's connected to this time too. And I let Jesus into the door of my heart, and there was a table of fruit in my heart, and he was indulging in the fruit. He he was indulging in the fruit, and then like a day or two later, I asked him, like, well, what fruit are you indulging in? Like, I'm thinking the fruit of the spirit, like right now, like, what are you indulging in? And for whatever reason, I heard innocence. I don't know, that was just personal to me. So then when we were engaging the fruit, I wasn't exactly the fruit of the spirit, but I was engaging innocence and humility at the same time, which is really, for me, very profound, because it's like the humility, it's like you go low and there's a peace, but the innocence, it's like you're raised up and there's like a euphoria at the same time.
It's lovely.
I'll just say the innocence part really freed me from false accusations and things of that nature. And even from myself, where you want to fix things you just can't really fix. And so when God was the other day, and then he brought me back to it now, engaging in my innocence, it was like him saying, I know your heart. I see your heart.
Beautiful, Linda. Beautiful, Arabella. I think this is really part of why we even engage heaven together, is because we are wanting to be infused with the substance and the nature of heaven. And so we're learning to receive that. And it's just, that's that part of intimacy. All right, well, I think we're learning, aren't we, that part of our engaging in heaven is completely different from governing or ministering to others, or even being in a place where we're in conversation. So there's such different dynamics, but we know from the past, right, about being baptized into the Holy Spirit. We understand, because we get baptized in water, that it means you get dipped right into, so that every part of you is infused. And so this is us in that area of our heart, that realm. This is us engaging that aspect. And infusion is something that we don't try to analyze. In that place, we're not trying to understand something. In that place, we're just simply allowing it. Say, when you baptized into the water, you're not trying to figure out things, you're just going in, right? When you're baptized in the Holy Spirit, you've just said yes, and all of a sudden you're speaking in tongues, or you're shaking or you're laughing or whatever it is. There's a atmosphere that you are experiencing, which is not it's not a direct revelation, if I can put it that way. You're not in conversation where you're having a revelation revealed to you, or in a discovery where you're discovering something. You're simply in a place of receiving. And as we do this more and more, we'll discover that we've changed without trying to. It'll start to ooze out of us because we allowed it to infuse into us. And we'll find that our viewpoint changes, or our perspective of doing something changes, because the infusion of the atmospheres of heaven changes our perspective on things. And that's a lovely part, because in the world, you're so used to trying to figure things out, and you always have to have a plan, and you always have to work it out. And it's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. Whereas in the tree of life, there's a different way of receiving. There's a different way of coming to different perspectives. It happens through infusion. Would anyone like to share any more before I switch the recording off? Okay, I'm going to switch the recording off.